Yeah,
This leads me to my next question, man. How much longer do you think the Lakers can go without making a trade?
if so this is the first. Well, I wasn't expecting this whole him being hurt thing. So
Yeah,
it's interesting to see how it goes tomorrow without him. Like I can't blame like the Warriors game was not on him. That was he actually had a decent game. You know,
yeah. He played pretty
he played
well.
it he
Even
played
the
he
Clipper
played pretty
game to some
well.
extent. I know he didn't really play good offensively, but defensively he really showed some like grit and tenacity. So
Yeah. I mean, offensively though, like it just like
it was
he
bad. Yeah,
yeah, it was pretty bad. Like he can't he can't be on the floor in the fourth quarter.
yeah,
It
yeah,
hurts because
yeah.
all
Mm-hmm.
like you see that space that they're giving him, like they're disrespecting the crap out of him. Where he's like all the way over there,
Not
and the center can be like it's like I don't know, for our viewers, like if you play 2K, like when you see there's someone that can't shoot, you send your center or
yeah.
whoever's guarding him right to the paint, so that
Mm-hmm.
like there's really nothing you can do. And that's exactly what's going on. LeBron can't operate in the paint, neither can AD. So it's limiting our star players on what they can do. And to an extent already, which is not Russ's fault, we already don't have shooters to
None.
begin with. We have nobody. Like I don't even who's our best shooter now? LeBron. LeBron's our best shooter.
That's pretty sad. We so as it stands, we're 0-3. We play the
Yeah.
Nuggets, Timberwolves, Nuggets again, New Orleans, Utah, who's 3-1, Cleveland, Utah again, the Clippers, the Kings, the Nets, and then the schedule by November 18th, where they were. Look, it's been reported that they're trying to wait till November, where they get like a 20 game sample size of how things go. But look, these next 10 games, they could lose all of these games. Like, realistically, look, I came into the season. You know this. I came into the season like, look, I finally give up. I'm tapping out. Like, this is not gonna work. I could see them losing the next 10 games and having an 0-12 start. Maybe you get one, maybe you get two. You're still gonna be 2 and like 14.
No, yeah, guys,
When
and this is coming from Brandon, who is
my
100%
my
positive
first
dude.
my first YouTube
Positive
video,
dude.
my first YouTube
Yeah.
video was why the Lakers can still win a championship when they were already in the hole. You know what I'm saying? So like for me to say I'm done with this team or I think
Oh,
this team is not gonna win nothing, that's a lot. It says a lot, you know. Um,
yeah.
how late is too late for this Lakers team?
They need to make. I didn't even get to answer your question, but I think like they have to make a trade now. Like we need shooters now. If we wait till Thanksgiving, like there's, I think Shams is reporting till
Mm-hmm.
Thanksgiving, which is like 20 something games. Like I think it's like they still have to build the chemistry, and then still got to see if that works or not. And I think they have to because there's so many like positive. It's like a double edged sword. If you trade now, and then there's like another team, there's a better player available later because they're doing worse.
Mm-hmm.
Then we could have jumped on that opportunity. And then also got to take into account that our pick is a swap, like you said. Like the Pelicans can take that, right? So
They
we
can
have
take
to
they
actually.
have the opportunity. So I seen a couple people say, "Hey, look, everyone's going all in on the Victor Wembanyama sweepstakes, and that's why a team may drop out of the race and be like, hey, look, we'll give you these players. Here, just take these players. That way we tank." The Lakers don't have that opportunity. They can't afford to do that because New Orleans can pick which year they want to choose our draft pick. It could be this year or next year, and obviously they're going to pick this year. Why would they wait till next year? So tanking is not an option. Losing is not
No,
an option.
yeah,
So
we got to show out. We got to. So that's why, that's another reason why we need to. We I, like it's a tough question to answer because it's like we're desperate since last year. Like first time ever, like I said in the previous content, previous podcast. This is the first time that like me as a Laker fan since 1996, Kobe fan, Eddie Jones, Nick Van Exel, like this was like the first time that I didn't enjoy. I didn't feel the passion from the Lakers. Like it was
yeah,
just so like the mood was just so
yeah.
bad. It was like
Mm-hmm.
monotone, like was bad. And
You
this
called it
year
since
I'm
last
like,
year too.
Yeah,
You've seen this since last year, and I'll give you credit for that, man. Seriously, since opening
yeah,
night, I remember you said it wouldn't work, and um, yeah, man. There's no effort. There's no. I mean, they have played better defensively. Let's set that straight. They have
no, no,
probably the best defensive rating.
yeah,
Ham has these boys playing defense. It's just, man, the roster is poorly constructed, and one of the problems I think this Laker team has is there's no pressure. There's no pressure to make a move. Rob Pelinka gets an extension. I don't know why LeBron extends. Doesn't take any pressure off the
that
organization.
that's
Like,
that's a
where's the
questionable
pressure
thing
to
right
win
there.
games, man? And um,
See, that's another
you
thing. Like Russ coming onto the team, it's not only affecting us on the court, it's his contract that kind of gave Rob, and yeah, I'm not trying to excuse Rob because he did a horrible job, but I'm like, it's he had so much money to work with because of that large contract.
Mhm.
And that money, if let's say we don't have Russ, like we'd have probably more space to work with and more players to convince to come over on the team. So I
Yeah,
think like that Russ is a huge block that just needs to be moved.
it's just, look, you
Trade
talk
or sent home, John
you
Wall.
this team, this team. You talk about professionals. This is a professional basketball team. This is a professional sports team. A professional that doesn't, in Russell Westbrook, that doesn't know when to take the right shots or how to take accountability. Or a professional Rob Pelinka that makes a move knowing that this is an all in or nothing move. Where Jeannie Buss should be like, hey, this is a high risk, potentially high reward move, but if it goes bad, we're effed. Like, this is like you see now, and rewarding Rob Pelinka doesn't really like, it doesn't really make sense to the fan base, and it kind of looks like a
You know
slap
what?
in the face to Laker
That's
Nation,
another
man.
topic right there. That's another topic that we need to talk about in another broadcast. How Jeannie is like, I love Jeannie and I love that she bleeds purple and gold, and she
Mm,
won us a championship with AD and LeBron in the bubble.
yeah, but see,
But
I want to cut you off real quick. I'm sorry.
yeah, no, you're
You
good.
can't. How long can we hold on to that championship? Like, how long can we be like, oh, Rob won a championship in 2020? It's
Yeah,
fine. It just potentially missing the playoffs 2 years in a row doesn't, a championship. I know a championship is everything, but you can't excuse when you have LeBron James on your roster and Anthony Davis missing the playoffs consecutive years doesn't is not excused by winning a previous championship, in my
oh
opinion.
yeah, yeah. No, no. And what I was gonna say was like right now, like, and she's always like her problem is that she doesn't trust anybody. If you guys haven't seen, like, viewers, you haven't seen that Laker documentary on Hulu, go check it out so you can kind of learn how Jeannie is. You learn more about her. But like, that she bleeds purple and gold, but her problem is that she just can't trust anybody, which is why
Yeah.
she's signing Rob, who in my opinion should just be an agent, and he was already an amazing agent.
Mhm.
He's
I
not
mean,
he's not a GM.
even as a GM, I mean, he showed before. I mean, obviously we talk about the championship, but he showed he could put a roster together quickly. But that's when he was just a GM. He didn't have the president title. When you give guys
Yeah.
more power in this league, things just start to go sideways. You look at Doc Rivers as a coach, and with the Clippers, he was also the GM. Like, he was making moves out there. You can't have people handling most of these tasks. That's just, I think, you, you I don't know, Genie, I think letting a lot of people run the like poorly run the organization. When you give LeBron as much power as he does, where you have all these clutch clients, and then you have Rob Pelinka as an agent, as Laker ties, you give
You're
these dudes more
yeah.
powers. It's just, you can't have homegrown, like, how do I explain it? It can't always be a mom and pop kind of shop. You gotta have people around the league. Like, look in New Orleans. Like, they hired David Griffin. You get bring in people that have experience in other organizations. Just because a guy was Kobe's agent or a guy is your best player, you can't give them this much power, because this is what happens. And it happened in Brooklyn. Look, you gave KD and Kyrie all this power. DeAndre Jordan gets a four-year, $40 million contract. Like, in what world does that make sense? And look what happened this summer. And I think it's starting. I think we're getting over a phase where players have too much power, and it's gonna dial back soon. But it just this is a side effect of when you trust, when you're, how do I explain it? I don't know how to explain it. Like, when you're too in house, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be able to get other people around the league. Just I really question it. Anyways.